What's happening? What's going on, y'all? You hear me? It's early morning. Birds are chirping. I'm in my backyard, checking out this Bermuda, seeing how it's doing. Coming along, coming along. Got some weed pressure coming through here a little bit. I'll be spraying this shortly. Got some nuts edge. This is the zoysia right here. It's doing okay. Some of this is doing rough, but I think everything's gonna come in. I just need to. I'm actually gonna put the mower on this thing soon. Try to get these, all these areas that look questionable to go ahead and fill in. When you mow it, you encourage new growth. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the mower on it today. Small area, roughly about 500 square feet. But right now, I'm in the process of measuring out what I want to do with this rinky dinky shed that I currently have, which I never really mess with too much. Like since we bought this house, I haven't really even came over here. Only thing I came over here to do is put those two things in there, and I have not been over in this corner of my backyard. But I'm trying to maximize my space, and my garage is being overtaken by work stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and build a shed in my backyard. I'm trying to think of how big it should be. Trying to think of long term as well. I'm also thinking like the wood sizes. Like some of these, like when you go to Lowe's, they got wood that come in like 10 feet. They got them in 8 feet, 12 feet, and I believe they even have them a little bit longer if I'm not mistaken. So what'll be the easiest to put together based off of going with something that's symmetrical? Like if it's 24 feet, I'm going with I can get two 12 runs. You get what I mean? Something similar to that. Or if I'm gonna do 20 feet by 14, you know. And this is right here is where I actually already marked this morning. That's a dot, and over here is a dot, and those would be 14 foot run, and then I'm measuring right here from over there because this shed actually sits like this. I'm gonna show you. See the fence, right? It's flush with the fence, but this fence right here actually goes at a diagonal angle. So in reality, I can transition and face this towards the house a little bit more. Like this, just because it's like this right now, don't mean it have to stay that way. So I already have my concrete if I wanted to go ahead and build the base for it. But I'm just trying to think it all the way through so it make the most sense, because you get your hands and start working on these projects and then start running into issues just because you didn't take your time at the beginning doing the due diligence, trying to make sure it's going to make sense, right? So this side right here, I don't want it to be I got this arborvitae over here, right? I'm gonna move that because I actually planted that. I don't know why my camera just zoomed in like crazy. Come on, zoom out. I don't know what's up with my camera, y'all. They say I want to give y'all boys a close up today. Hold on. Let me come out and come back in. All right, I'm back. Yeah, my camera is tripping. I'm not trying to zoom, but it is zooming. Anywho, back to what I was saying. This side right now, I want it to kind of sit right here at this angle. So this whole shed would be turned. You get what I mean? It'll be turned about a 30-degree angle just to align with the back fence, because the side of it doesn't have to align with that fence over there, but it does right now. But I want it to be facing directly where I'm looking at now. So from there, 14 feet I believe would be fine. And then I'm gonna probably go by probably 20, 14 by 20, because I don't see it being useful to be that small. And then where I can play with it at is the height. All right, let me see. Let me try to make this thing look. So tape measure right now is 20 feet. So I gotta stand back and look and see, is that, do I think that'll be feasible? And I think it will. 20 feet will be, I don't know if it'll be overkill, but it'll definitely block off some stuff. And then you got to think about it, the height. The height is going to block off everything behind that fence. Anybody looking over won't be able to see me. I'm backed up to a apartment, so this serves two purposes: a little bit more of a screening purpose to block off my backyard. That's why I got those arborvitaes that I'm putting in place. I got another one on the other side, but those going to take some time unless I go buy some that's just a little bit more matured, like they're like 6 to 10 feet. I think they're roughly 150 or more. But get those, put down some irrigation, and let those things do what they do, and they will block off a lot of. They will do good at screening off the privacy of the yard. But this right here is something I need anyways. This shed, it will help me with my lifestyle right now. I got uh, hedge trimmers, weed eaters, mowers. I got my holiday lighting stuff. I got so much stuff that just overtakes my garage that I don't like to be that person that had multiple cars and parking in the driveway when you could be parking at least one car in the garage. I feel like that's not maximizing the home if you got to put everything in the garage. So I got the yard space, so I'm gonna just build something because it's necessary for both businesses. And I've had a storage space for over 3 years, and it'll save me on storage space. So if I just do the cost that it would cost me to pay off a year, 2 years at the storage unit, I could have built the whole shed. So that's the point I'm at right now. I'm tired of paying storage fees. They go up every year. The one I had started at, I believe, I forgot the size of it. It was decent size. It was working for what I need. What I could have used more space because I did fill it up. So I think I'm gonna do it definitely a 14. I'm gonna double check and see what size my storage unit was, but I could definitely use a larger size that way because I I think about the growth. Like it ain't like we're gonna stop growing. We're gonna still keep growing, and I'm gonna need to have space to store stuff. And also with my buddy Greg. Greg has a huge storage in his backyard. Bro, storage is like 40 by probably at least 40 by 20 or more. It might be 40 by 30. It's a pretty large storage space. So he don't have a storage fee. He haven't been paying storage fee. I think he did that in his initial year. He went ahead and built a shed in his backyard, a huge shed, and he got all of his stuff stored. And that just saves. Like if you're gonna have to spend it anyways, you might as well spend it and not have that reoccurring fee that you got to pay. And it's accessible to you. Um, so that's what I'm thinking about. Got to get this shed built but before this season kicks off. Y'all say season kick off. What season you talking about? Yeah. I got 2 seasons, y'all. 2 seasons I work in, and right now I'm planning for the other. I got the Christmas lighting that I've been having for over the last 3, 4 years, and then I have the, of course, landscaping. So as soon as landscaping slows down, like, and it don't, I feel like it don't really completely slow down, but I'm gonna just give you an example. From February, that's when my landscape starts kicking off before the season actually. We start installing lawns in February. February all the way to really November. Really November. Because the grass here don't change up and transition into dormancy until late sometimes. But this is all variable. This is a variable. Like it can go into dormancy before um, October, which I would hope, like, well, not before October, but in late October, early November, the grass should be brown. But it don't always be brown. It actually be going into December and people grass just the leaves just be falling off of all the trees, and that's kind of late. So, but anywho, that part of the season, it starts to slow down around October, November ish. But we installed lawns in even January before. So the landscape season can go all year for the most part. It could. I'm gonna say at least 10 months out of the year is a full season for me when it comes to landscaping. That's a lot of season that's not necessarily off season. Typically, off season is the wintertime for landscaping. Not really having too slow, I would say, of an off season. People still be wanting lawns installed, but we be having stuff booked up to where we can actually go start January, February, and then yeah, I won't be installing no lawns in November or December. Those are the 2 months I will not install a lawn because it's gonna take time for them to come out of dormancy. It's just too many you risk too many chances of risking you know other issues like winter weeds taking over and you're trying to treat a dormant lawn that is probably rooting, but you're just risking a a chance. It's best to put down a lawn throughout the spring and the summer when it can vigorously grow, it can vigorously root, it can spread faster, etc. It's not doing that throughout the winter time. So I don't know what I got in this lawn that is having its way. See these holes, y'all? There's one here. Look, there's one here. I got some homework to do. There's one here. I know I had a bunch of moles over here. A bunch of moles. And I started, I'm actually put down a granular for it and get rid of the food source. That way, those moles can disappear out of the area. But yeah, so I got 2 seasons. I keep trying to tell you about it, but just trying to explain to you the part of the season that we be carrying on basically. So landscaping from this is when I plan to do it. I plan to cut off from February to October. Cut off. October, the season starts to climb with my holiday lighting. November is the peak of the season. We still get some business in December. Start to slow down uh, a little bit closer to Christmas, just a little bit, and from there, that's when we need to start storing stuff at the end of the Christmas season. So I'm trying to think of a plan for this storage unit. I got my brother who's a carpenter per se. He got skills with metrics and all that, so he's just pulling up now. About to get it in. It's going down. He just got here. It's going down. Ooh. Well, about to go ahead and finish up this bathroom, y'all. But I figured I'll spend some time this morning talking about my plans for a shed. I'll be working on that probably within the next upcoming weeks. Later.